Greetings, beloveds. Today we're going to do a little reading on just what might be helpful for you to hear right now. What do you need to know right now? Keep in mind that anything that doesn't resonate or anything that doesn't feel right, you can just leave it. You don't need to take it within you. You don't need to follow its energy or its instruction. You can set the intention to only take with you what is useful for you today, only what's helpful for you, and anything else, feel free to leave it behind. You absolutely are in control of your own life and you have free will over your own life. And this is a general reading, and so it's just going to have little insights that may be helpful for you, but maybe not every single thing resonates, and that's totally okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So today's reading, we're going to do a pick a card reading. So if you have not done a pick a card reading before, basically what you're going to do is pick which card resonates with you the most. So you can choose from 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, and you can pause the video and just choose simply by looking at the cards, or if you like to use crystals in order to choose which card resonates, you can do that right now. Okay, so if you'd like to choose with crystals, so here we have for card 1, labradorite, for card 2, chalcopyrite, card 3, Dalmatian jasper, card 4, citrine, and card 5, lapis lazuli. So if you'd like to, you can stop and take a profound breath and ask that your guides, ancestors, benevolent beings to please be present and guide us with clear and even insight that is of the heart. So you can pause the video and choose which card resonates with you the most, and you can scroll down to the description or comment box below and pick the timestamp that correlates with the card that you've chosen. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, group number 1, here's your mystical labradorite to raise your vibration, and let's see what you need to hear today. Okay. So I'm definitely picking up on some emotions kind of running high. Okay, so what we're seeing that there's some exhaustion. The exhaustion is coming from not being emotionally even. Yes, we're supposed to feel emotions. No, we're not supposed to suppress emotions. But there's a difference between controlling your emotions and allowing your emotions and letting your emotions control you and get the best of you. And so what your guides are saying right now is that you want to try to find some emotional evenness within you. You know, don't let them rule you. Don't let them take over. You know, whenever you're feeling super emotional, just stopping and taking a breath, and without running the story in your mind or running the triggers in your mind, stopping to just take a very, very slow, profound breath, and that can help. All of these emotions running high is leading to exhaustion. I'm seeing definitely the energy of exhaustion is around you. Your guides are trying to help you. They're trying to reach out to you. They're trying to give you energy, but it's just been too much for you. It's just been too much to handle. If you can more and more let things go, any conflicts that have happened with people in your life, it's time to let them go. What's done is done. What's been is been. You know, it's time to let it go. Holding on to it is only holding you back from your future. I can see that you're ready to move on. You're ready to look into the future, but there's just old conflicts playing back in your mind. And even if a new conflict happens tomorrow, it's still okay to let it go. It's saying, you know, call upon your ascended master of Kuan Yin, call upon compassion and let go of this energy. And that will take away this feeling of exhaustion and give you new energy to kind of go forward with your life, because I can see there's a lot of creative energy actually around you. There's a lot of possibility. But the emotions have been so tumultuous. that it's really been kind of taking the life out of you. And I can see, you're looking off into the distance and you're wanting something more for your life, but it feels like you're fighting again. It can be not conflict with other people. It can also be conflict inside yourself. Oftentimes we're arguing with ourselves, or we're arguing with different aspects of our personalities that want different outcomes for us or want different things for us. And so it's just that feeling of being conflicted. So they're saying to let it go, call upon compassion for yourself, anyone that you've had conflict with, find compassion for them and where they're coming from, and know that you are not your personality. There's something deep inside you, and the same for them. And when you call upon compassion, you want to connect to the light in you and the light in them, and connect that light, so that the personality can kind of fall away. So that is your message for today. Again, take whatever's useful. Anything else, you can absolutely leave it behind. I send you the best. I hope that this exhaustion kind of falls away and you find yourself in a more free, energetic way of being that is allowing your emotions to come up freely, but then letting them go and not holding on to them for too long. I wish you the best. So be it. All right, group number 2 with your chalcopyrite. This one's for you. This is good for communication. Let's see what your message is today. Wow. Wow. So you're quite psychic yourself. Wow. Okay. This energy is very invigorated, very creative, exciting, fast moving. Wow. Okay. So let's see. They're definitely showing me that you have your own psychic awareness. You're psychic yourself, and it's time for you to come out of the closet. It's time for you to acknowledge that part inside of you, that person inside of you, that being inside of you that knows that you are psychic, that you are spiritual. A lot of us were born into very religious families, or just not very spiritual families, and so sometimes it can be, we can question it. Are we really spiritual? Where is this coming from? My family's not like this. But what's happening is consciousness is raising to a higher vibration. So we're seeing more and more people are getting in touch with their spiritual side. More and more people are realizing their own psychic nature. Yes, certain people do have gifts, but really we can all be psychic. It's just a matter of believing in it, believing in the energy, and allowing that space to kind of open up. If you look at children, they're all born psychic, and then it's through conditioning and conditioning and conditioning, and they kind of can lose sight of that part of themselves. But they're saying to come out of the closet with your psychic abilities, be who you are. The other issue that can come up is we can have, especially people that are spiritual, you've had past lifetimes where you were burned at the stake for being a witch, or you were shunned, or something bad happened to you because you were involved in spirituality. And so some of these fears are so deep, and we don't even know where they're coming from. We're like, nothing's really happened in this lifetime. It's because it happened in previous lifetimes. So if you feel a real fear in kind of being psychic, or being a witch, or being whatever it is that you're interested in, know that we live in a new world. We live in a modern era, and most of the time it's okay to be who you are. It's okay to be that spiritual person that you are, and it's okay to trust your own intuition. It's like they're saying, trust your intuition. I wouldn't be surprised if you just had some sort of major kind of wake up, like spiritual awakening, a kundalini awakening. They're showing me there's very, very fast moving energy around it. It's like, listen to the wind. The wind has been whispering to you for a very long time. Whispering, whispering. Know who you are. You are connected. You are God. There's something here for you. There's something here for you to explore. Life doesn't have to be this mundane. Life doesn't have to be this difficult. Open yourself up to listening to the wind. The wind has been whispering to you for a very long time now. but it started to get faster and faster and faster. And now it's like it's like Cupid is just shooting you with arrows. Like, here you are, wake up to it, wake up to it. There's so much possibility. You are ready to grow. Here you are looking out into your life, looking out into your experience, saying, I'm ready for growth. I'm ready for change. I'm ready for growth. I'm open to it. The possibilities are endless. There's new growth all around you. You've done a lot to get to where you are today. There's layers and layers on your being, layers and layers, and you're shedding some of that off because it's not really necessary. You've been kind of cloaked, but also there's layers and layers of the person that you've kind of grown into, and which is why you're ready for this. You are ready for this. If you question it at all, they're saying you are ready. There's a real fire inside of you. You're coming into your power. You're coming into your power, and wow, it's grand. I mean, this power is very, very grand. It's very, very wise. It's strong, very strong energy. It's sacred. And it's a gift. It's like it's a gift being offered to you. Your psychic awareness is a gift being offered to you, and it's up to you if you want to take it. But it's there, and your intuition is saying it's there. The wind is whispering it's there. Your guides know it's there. So allow it to come in. It's time to allow it to come in. Wow, I'm excited for you. Yes, I set the intention for you to explore your own psychic self. It looks amazing. Again, if anything doesn't resonate for you, feel free to leave it behind, and anything that's useful and helpful, you can take it with you. All right. Opening your psychic awareness. So be it. All right, group number 3, Dalmatian Jasper. This one is for you. Let's see what your message is today. Wow. Wow. Okay. So your life is definitely coming to a new phase. Everything that's happened in your life up until this point, so there's been this major culmination. You have probably had many trials and tribulations that have made you stronger and stronger and stronger, and you're finally allowing yourself to acknowledge that part of you that's fearless. You're conquering your fears. You're courageous. Everything that you've been working on, it's coming to culmination. It's coming to the end of a cycle. And there's been so much. There's been so many moments of awakening. There's been difficulties. There's been dark nights of the soul. There's been wondering, what's out there for you. There's been a lot, but all of it is coming to completion. And you've created so much prosperity around you. Prosperity not just in, finances and physical things, the prosperity of feeling fulfilled, of feeling in good health, and feeling, loved ones surrounding you. And the prosperity is also in your connection with nature. Nature is surrounding you. The spiritual love of God is surrounding you. And it's all kind of led to this point. It's time for you to start fresh. You're starting, new doors are opening for you. I love the idea of just saying yes. Say yes. Obviously, if something doesn't feel right, say no. But it's more about the energy of being in yes. Whatever doors open, you're ready for it. You're strong. They're saying be very, very courageous. Continue to face your fears and say yes. And it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be rough. It can be very, very gentle. There's a part that's scary, but just be very, very gentle. Be very, very gentle with yourself. And it's saying it's very important for you at this time to work with crystals. Let's see, I think working with quartz It's interesting you got jasper because there are so many different types of jasper. There's so many different colors of jasper. There's so many different ways that that can look. And I feel like your reality is open to so much possibility right now. Nothing has to look a specific way. So I can see how that would be helpful. But I really feel like working with quartz, especially right now, and maybe even amethyst, just really connecting to yourself and going within and asking what's next for you. But working with crystals in general, I don't think it's like saying work with a specific crystal. I think it's saying in general in your life, working with crystals would be very, very helpful. You want to keep in mind, just in a single quartz crystal, this is like a computer. Our technology doesn't quite understand it, but this can hold so much information. If you already have crystals and you work with crystals, considering you're about to start this new cycle in your life, I would cleanse your crystals, put them under a full moon or hold them under cold water and just clean them out, because you're ready to start something new in your life. You've got a new chapter coming your way. You've done a lot of work, and you're blossoming into your next phase. All right, well, that all seems so wonderful. It looks like good things are happening for you. Again, if anything doesn't resonate, you can leave it behind and only take with you what's useful. All right, I set the intention for opening doors for your next phase of life. So be it. All right, group number 4 with your citrine. This message is for you. Okay. This is what we're seeing. There's some energy of being at some sort of crossroads for one. And we see that it's coming from, you've given your mind the space to rest. You've given some pause, and that has led to the realization that emotionally it may be time to move on from a situation or a relationship that isn't really serving you anymore. So after some rest, and maybe you haven't started this process yet and they're instructing you to do so, but it's like giving your space, giving yourself space, giving your mind a rest so that you can realize what emotionally needs to be let go, so that you can kind of come to your crossroads. And you may feel at a crossroads about that, like, should I stay or should I go? That type of energy. I do see it would be helpful to maybe meditate if that's something that you're interested in, or even just kind of getting cozy at home, lighting a candle, and just kind of relaxing the mind. Even if you don't really like meditating, just 5-7 minutes can be very, very beneficial. And that can kind of allow some space for whatever emotions need to come up to come up. There's newness out there for you. If you can emotionally move on from whatever, wherever you've been, it's like you're moving up the next level. You are moving to a higher vibration, and that energy is so much more spacious. It's very, very spacious, and it can feel like you just don't know what's next, or you don't know what's going to happen, if you do move on. It can feel like, oh my gosh, waves are crashing under me and I'm walking on a tightrope. That's literally what we're seeing here. I'm blindfolded. I don't know which way to go, but you do know. Our higher selves are orchestrating our whole life, and our higher self know which way to go. It's just about our personality kind of getting in the way. We have to trust ourselves that we know which way to go, and that there's no wrong decisions. No matter which way you choose, no matter what you choose, it's right for you, because it is. So be it, and it is. Whatever will be, will be. Just kind of relaxing into that trusting that God has your back, trusting that your higher self knows what's best for you. It is showing me that there's some sort of denial energy. You may be in denial about something. They're kind of trying to shine a light on it for you, but it's like just shining a little bit. because you may not be ready yet to see what you need to see. It's like you've got one eye covered. Part of you kind of knows and suspects that it's time to move on, and it's time to arrive at the crossroads and kind of go on a different path. And part of you just isn't quite ready to see that yet. You're getting to the point where it's time to take the mask off. Take the mask off. And they're showing me, sorry, my dog just sneezed. They're showing me that health and healing is very important for you. If you kind of connected these energies, you could be in a little bit of denial about your own health. Ignorance is bliss. We can't just go within and not worry about being healthy, not think of our body as a temple, and we can eat, fast food and Twinkies and all that good stuff all day. But if something inside of us already knows that's not right and already knows, what's healthy for us, then it's hard to ignore that kind of sign in the background. So I would try to, you can take this message, don't be in any sort of denial about your health. But also they can say that, like, staying in denial, staying in this kind of stunted emotional energy that you have now outgrown could lead to problems with your health. That's what, when we have any manifestation of pain in our body or illness in our body, there is always an emotion behind it. Always, 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 always. And if we have things that we don't take care of, eventually it will start to manifest in our body. Our body starts to let us know, I can't hold on to this any longer. We need to do something about it. And so they start to let us know in that way. So health and healing is very important for you at this time. You could see healers, anything that works for you. Go to acupuncture, get a massage, go to a nutritionist, anything that you can do to be in good health and to surround your body in light. I think that's how we should end this message, is just kind of go within for a moment, take a very profound breath, and imagine that your body, this temple, is surrounded in golden light. It's going all the way up your left leg and all the way over your shoulders and over your crown and down the other side. And this golden light is just glowing around you. It's bursting forth from your heart. And your health is surrounded in this golden light. And this body is your temple. And we set the intention for health, good prosperity, and healing. So be it. And if anything here doesn't resonate for you, feel free to leave it behind, and you can only take with you what is useful. Okay. Thank you. All right, group number 5 with the lapis lazuli, one of my favorite crystals ever. Let's see what your message is today. Wow, so there's some intense energy around you right now. For one, we're seeing subconscious behaviors, subconscious desires, meaning that some of the way that you're acting may not be coming from the place that you think it's coming from. I do see maybe some things have not worked out. There's been some disappointments. It can feel like a little bit of a struggle, but literally right behind you, all is well. There's new opportunities for you, there's new love for you, there's new experience for you, there's new connection with God and nature. It's all there for you once you just turn around. But right now your energy is kind of in this whirlwind. And it's because this energy needed to come up. Whenever we're seeing that subconscious energy, it needs to come up. It's like your higher self is there, kind of nurturing you and guiding you, helping you to go within and to guide you and to see what wasn't working well for you. I also see It's like you need to have faith. You need to have faith. You need to trust. You need to trust that God has your back. You need to trust that there are beings there looking out for you, including your higher self. And that there's more. There's more to life. There's more knowledge. There's more wisdom than just suffering and struggling. It is saying to, sorry, my dog just sneezed. She's sneezing in everybody's videos here. They are saying to practice self-control at this time. One way that you can do that is simply by meditating. Just for 5 minutes, 7 minutes, sitting still and not moving. You know, just focus on your breath going in and out and don't move. When you feel that itch on your arm or that mind saying, no, I need to move, I have hip problems or whatever it is, just sit still, because what's happening is the energy's trying to come up. When we sit still, the energy comes up. As you can see, you know, with the whole coronavirus pandemic, it caused us to have the opportunity to sit still, and for some people a lot of emotions came up when we did sit still, when we weren't, you know, seeing people and constantly kind of moving around. So it is saying to practice self-control at this time. It's also saying go now. Go now. If there's any situation you've been thinking about leaving, or if there's anything you've been thinking about doing, it's saying go now. Now's the time. There's all of this good to be had, but you have to move forward. I think the energy is move forward and trust that God has your back. Trust that you're supported. You know, people who are these amazing manifestors and they seem to have it all, the main thing that they have that the rest of us don't is this knowingness that God has their back, that they're supported, that Mother Earth supports you, that the universe supports you. They know that. When you know that life is supporting you, everything just unfolds very, very naturally. So know that you are deeply, truly supported, even when it seems like things aren't working out. Whatever is not working out, it's because it's not supposed to. It's not supposed to work out. When you see someone, oh, I really, really want this job, I want this job, I want this job, and they don't get it, and they're so upset, and they're so disappointed. Why? And then they see, oh, a few days later, a better opportunity comes along because they didn't go with that job. And so you just have to trust that life is running its course, and it's running the best course for you, and that you are in total control of your reality. And things can always go in a good direction. You know, nothing is permanent. Everything is temporary. Everything is changing. But they are saying go now. Okay, so that's some interesting energy that's kind of around you. So they're saying practice self-control. It's time to go now. Go forward now. Go forward now. All right. I wish the best for you in navigating all of these energies. Again, anything that doesn't feel right or doesn't resonate, feel free to leave it behind and only take with you what is useful and what is helpful. All right. Thank you. So be it. Okay. If any of this insight helped you, feel free to like or subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment box below. And I hope that you have an amazing day, an amazing week, an amazing year filled with growth, prosperity, insights, connection. And I wish you the best. So be it.